Okay, believe it or not, that's actually not the most advanced level.
HDpiano.com.
Hey guys, in this video, I want to talk about a pretty common real-world scenario. You're at a birthday party, and everybody starts singing happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
You want to jump in and accompany them on piano. So let's look at how pianists of different levels would deal with this very common situation. Level 1 is a pianist who knows how to play the melody of Happy Birthday, but they only know it in one key.
Happy birthday to you.
They're going to try and join in.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
And you notice it just sounds wrong.
Happy birthday to you.
Here's why it sounds so wrong. I came in the wrong key. They happen to choose to sing in the key of D flat. That's the melody they were singing. I was playing in the key of G major. So when you put those two together, it really sounds like something out of a horror movie, and that's what we were hearing. Their melody against the piano melody. So now let's look at level 2. Level 2 is a pianist who knows how to play this melody in any key and has a good ear. Let's see how that works out.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Henry.
It's much nicer, right? Because now I'm in the same key as the singers. The biggest jump in difficulty in this video just happened between levels 1 and levels 2, because already just to play the melody in the same key as the singers, you need a lot of ear training and theory skills. You need to be able to figure out what key they're in, either with perfect pitch, or if you have relative pitch like me, I would play a note like that and then figure out from there what key they're singing in. And then you also need to have the theory skills to transpose this melody into the singer's key. So that's hard. Everything from here in this video is just building up from there, assuming that you already know the correct key to play in. In level 3, we're going to start right away in the right key and just play the basic chords to the song. Starting on D flat, then going to A flat, back to D flat. I just have one note in my left hand, and I'm playing triads in my right hand in inversions. That's a very simple arranging style, and we're now covering all of the chords of the song. In level 4, we'll combine levels 3 and 2. Now we're going to have the chords in the left hand and the melody in the right hand.
Happy birthday to you.
And I'm finding inversions in my left hand. So now we can hear all of the parts of the song just in the piano part. We're getting more complex. Now we're going to get a little bit fancier. So I'm taking those chords that I played in level 3, but I'm going to play a nice arpeggiated accompaniment pattern using those chords.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Henry. Happy birthday to you.
In level 6, we'll take that same idea, breaking the chords up into arpeggios, but we're going to get even fancier with it, really try and make these big flourishes, kind of like we're Liberace or something.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Henry. Happy birthday to you.
If you do that at a birthday party, people will really recognize that you're trying to show off. Now we're going to move into some things that a jazz improviser might do in this situation. So if I were playing with a jazz trio, a bass player and drummer, I might play some block chords for the melody of Happy Birthday, and that would sound like this.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Henry. Happy birthday to you.
So some jazz pianists like Oscar Peterson or Teddy Wilson, when they played behind singers, they would play this pattern called stride in their left hand. It's a little bit weird in 3/4, which we're playing in here. And then they'd just be improvising in their right hand, almost as if they're soloing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Henry. Happy birthday to you.
That's a fun one to play around with. For this last level of difficulty, with an imaginary jazz piano improviser, I'm going to play a reharmonization. A reharmonization is when you still hear the melody, but there's totally different chords happening underneath. And I'm making this the most difficult improvised level, not because it's the hardest to do physically, but because it takes the most knowledge of harmony to be able to do this on the fly in a random key. And in fact, I'm not going to be improvising. I asked a friend of mine, Jacob Mann, who's a wonderful jazz improviser, to help me with this reharmonization. So let's see how it sounds. So at this point, we've reached the limits of my abilities as a pianist, but we can take it to a next level. And in order to do that, I programmed notes into the piano roll in Logic Pro.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Henry. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, believe it or not, that's actually not the most advanced level. The most advanced level is level 11, professional musician. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Okay, so I made this the last level because honestly, most of the professional musicians I know would not run over to the piano in this situation. They would just sing along and have a good time. So I'm Ted with HDpiano, and I hope you've had fun seeing all these different approaches a pianist might take to this really classic song and a common real-world situation. And I'll see you next time. If you want to learn how to play songs on the piano, you should visit HDpiano.com. We have over 1,000 incredible songs to choose from, and you can start learning today. Give it a try. 30 days free at HDpiano.com.